reduce function. So you guys might be aware about what reduce function is, but let me quickly show you how reduce function works. So in Python, there is func tool in which we have the reduce function. So we can import the reduce, or we can just use it. So how do we do that is, let's say if we have one list, and then this list is, for example, first 8 numbers, and what we are going to do is we have to reduce it as a sum, like the summation of everything, right? So we would say sum is equal to, and then we will say functools dot reduce. This would reduce the entire list, lambda lambda function. So it would take the parameters it is going to add that, and then we will pass the list. And there you go. Let's run this, but we need to print it. There was no error, so I guess everything is fine, but let's see. So we got the result. What we did is, we like first element was x, and then second was by, then these two became the summation, and then we added with 3, so on, like we were summing up. But how actually it works, we are going to see or look by creating our own custom reduce function. So I would say my reduce function. What this function is going to do is it is going to take the object of any reduce function. The way it is doing that, reduce function takes up a function, and that function has two parameters, and then whatever the operation you want to do, for example you want to multiply, or like each element in the list, if you want to multiply them with each other, or if you want to add them with each other, you can apply that operation that would be applied, and then you will get one single reduced result. That's what the reduce is doing. So we are going to follow the same thing. So we will be picking up a list and a function in our custom implementation. After that, we can create the aggregate, which would be the first element of the list, because we will start with the first element and then we would start adding the next, and then these two will start adding the third, and so on, right? So now we will say for I in our list, whatever is the list, but we already took the first element, so we will take anything which is not the zeroth element, or we called it as the first, but everything after 1 will be welcome, which includes 1. So this is a little bit of slicing what we did. Now when we are doing this, we will say aggregate function is equal to whatever the function we need to invoke. For example, here we were invoking this lambda function, so we can pass any such function, whatever we desire. So we will invoke this function, and then we are going to pass our own values. So what will be the value? Our value will be aggregate, which will be our first parameter, and then whatever is the I, that would be our second parameter. Once all this is done, this would loop over and over again. It would start passing all the elements, and then this function, I'll give the complete demo so you will understand it in a little bit. So let's put our function to test. What we are going to do is we can also pass lambda here, and we can also pass any other function which we may define. So let's try to pass my lambda. We'll first try to replicate it with this same single thing, then we will have our own thing as well, like our own function. So this is the variable lambda, right? Now we have to pass my reduce, and we would say someone, like everyone, someone. So my reduce, and then my reduce will take two parameter. First is the function, which is my lambda, and second would be the list which you want to reduce, and then you would run this, and you have to print someone, actually I would say everyone, everything. And this works wonderfully. So what we did is we passed lambda here in our own reduce implementation. Instead of using the functool reduce implementation, we achieved the exact same result. So I just wanted to tell you in this video that how this function, basically the
Someone,
reduce,
actually, I would
works.
say every.
So this is amazing. Like, I really liked it. I can always show you with another custom defined function. For example, you would say you can do the sum. You will take two parameters and then you will return x plus y over here. And instead of lambda, if you will pass the sum here, the result would remain same. No errors, nothing. Let's do that. See, the results are same. So yeah, that is pretty much it which I wanted to tell you. A lot of people don't understand reduce because it's a little bit complicated, especially how underneath it works. That's what was our main motive to learn as part of this tutorial. If you liked it, please hit the like button and subscribe the channel, and leave the honest feedback. What did you like, what you did not like, and what you want to see in future from me. So I'll post all those videos. Thanks for watching, and bye. Thanks. See you in my next video, which is going to be the Python filter. I'm going to explain about that in my next YouTube live.